Man, I'm blessed. Every morning I get to wake up listening to my brothers and my sisters doing their damn thing. Oh my God. This is Brother Malik right here. Go and check it out, family.
More if they knew they were slaves.
We get ready for the show.
But they're true to their ways. We could have saved more if they knew they were slaves.
Also check out that list, man. The list of supporters is getting so long. I am going to have to I'm going to have to scoot this one over with another one because I have no more room on this list. I want to thank all of those that have supported us. Loretta Burrows, Mama Margarita, the Kelsey family, Elder Tony and Aziza West, Elder Phil Haynes, Elder Phyllis Harris, Ransom, Charles Campbell, Katie Sheckle, and Aunt Madar, Etta Alona, Edwards, Donna Hill, Lisa Todd, Don McGoogle, Charles Stevenson, Khalifa Judge, Angela Mateen, Yolanda Brooks, Larry F. Crow, Fire Kai, Ojo, Sapphire Spirit, Janice, and the teacher, Janice Riley.
Even the score here, 40 acres in a tube, and we're pushing for more shares. When Bush brings a leak, I'm checking for 4 stairs. Involuntary emancipation.
Taking the time.
The market free for white corp to do whatever it wants. You're free to spark weed mixed with air, corner store blunts. Tall tales from Katrina News exaggerate scenes. Velvet speaker cops looting and bagging New Orleans. Power elite will shower the street, devour and creep until I defeat. Lot of mercy, repeat. The power elite will shower the street, devour and creep until I defeat. Lot of mercy. Yes, we detest, but less we test, collect the best, and we address this effing mess. We will arrest this contest, and we invest. Progress must sweat, but let no regrets to attest. Involuntary emancipation. See, we could have saved more, but they didn't know they were slaves. I don't even think they cared that they were slaves. We could have saved more if they knew they were slaves, were truly engaged. But see, they're true to their ways. Involuntary emancipation. I must confess sadly, whether it's the next tragedy or maybe next year or perhaps just the next year. I said, I must confess sadly, whether we're talking about the next tragedy or maybe next year or perhaps just the next tear. Perhaps not very long after the stench from the beloved shells of the dead have gone and rotten. Midst the next slice of hell, the living dead will have forgotten. Please believe me, it's easy. After all, we're just refugees. See, yes, we're all just refugees. Trust, when I say all, it's in the sense of us, not all in the sense of y'all. No. Essentially, what I'm discerning is if Mother sent a great natural burning to the alleys and avenue of Mount Vernon, I too would be a refugee. A haughty look goes right before you descend. You naughty, crooked, spiteful children. The great mother has been dissed, mistreated, mom is pissed. She's heated, she's blown a top. She's dysfunctional from global warming. The noble warning your scientists told you. And now that she's vocal, unstoppable scorn. From the pit of her belly she spits tropical storms. But look, it's not like you weren't warned. You wrote the book. Involuntary emancipation. See, we couldn't save those cats cause they didn't think they were slaves. And even the ones that knew, they didn't care that they were slaves. There wasn't nothing that we could do. Nothing we could do. And then moms cry, as they mourn in the morn. I rise to rise raised despite the craze. Let the Almighty be praised. Don't choose the news, why bother these days? The extent of the third George's tour, the intent of the Third World War. George won't relent from the oppressed. He's a dreaded pestilent. He's worth more than a hand in a blend of other dead presidents. So says the misled residents dwelling in this dead residence. And this is my testament as I spit on dead presidents. It's been hell since the moment he stole office. And L was drove in the red, white, and blue old coffin. The few, the proud grew in numbers and started to come round more often. It's a police state and overseas thug state for Pete's sake. When do we seek the uptake? Everybody's buying plastic and duct tape. It's drastic enough to drive an old nut straight. Frustrated frustration. But you must wait, friend, because fools rush straight in, becoming food for the taking. Time in its true consideration, or else face ruthless obliteration. You must wait, friend.
I'm trying to wake up and live, make some money off dreams that people been making off my dreams. You know, people been doing everything I dream about. Electricity, no good. You know I ain't gonna go for nothing like that. I pull a plug out, you then what's gonna be happening? Ain't nothing. We are the ones that been waking up the world. You don't want me to go sleep. Pull the plug out of you and you'll be dead. I got a computer at home that's mean that was invented back in 1930 something. You know the piano roll? Yeah, how hit me. I went to buy somebody's house. A woman was making love to a computer. She didn't have no wood. You know, pull the plug out.
Women, but most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans
Training our girls to become
that the
goddess.
goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey, the woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the golden fleece is a black woman, Medea.
Learn more at Lady Warrior.
The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is a
ROP.com.
What are we, Africans? What are Africans? Geniuses. What are we? What are Africans? Geniuses.
11 steps. Considerations for empowering African-centered organization. Created by a man who has been working in our community for 75 years, organizing black people. Elder Dr. Mariba Kelsey. Get your copy of the special report at maribakelsey.com.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah.
We were born to be great.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black?
Go to
want to be great.
Ayimbobe is an acronym, Mind, Body, and Universal Balance Empowerment Institute. It is also Zulu. It means lion, of course. With that, we're working with resiliency. We're working with trauma-informed care. With all of the mind-body connections that we need to not only address so many of our ills, but also to heal from them. There's no one giant step that does it. It's a lot of little steps. Author unknown. How do you regulate? Yoga, meditation, and Bube. Mind, body, universal balance, empowerment. We're waiting for you. How do you regulate?
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic. Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water, fam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
or should
water.
I say, move, then drink.
Move your body. Move your body.
Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
or should
water.
I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour yourself some water.
Pour.
Move your body, drink some water.
Move it.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that healthy air.
Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath.
Lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink.
Come on. Come on.
Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour.
Come on, pour it.
Move your body.
Move.
Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink.
What?
Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Oh. Want to work. All right, family, I want to welcome each and every last one of you. Thank you for joining us, those that's taking the time to join us now, and those that will catch up with us later on in the day. I want to thank you. Thank you. And I also want to thank those of you that have been supporting us, because our support list is growing. And, man, hopefully, like I said, it will continue to grow. And as it continue to grow, our reach will continue to increase. Family, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Do whatever you need to do. Click that notification bell or whatever you got on your panel so that you can know when Gye-Nyame Journey Media is going live. Family, we're going to bring it. But first off, I need to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, in the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I was like, why didn't I hear it? Oh. Dang. All right, getting old. All right, and of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production. Of course, you also know this is the Daily Toast, where we gather daily to salute our personal ancestors. And last but not least, we always strive to blow up your old paradigm. The hunt began 400 years ago. And even, in some cases, farther back than that, the hunt began. Now, I have not seen the video. I've read, and we read a little bit about what's happening in, is it Minnesota? I have not even committed the brother's name to memory, because it's very disturbing, very, very disturbing, and hence my title. The hunt began 400 years ago. For some people, this is new. For many of us, this is old hat. But family, if those of you that have taken a look at that, and from the descriptions that I'm seeing, right, because we're gonna cover a little bit of it when we go to the news. That was like an execution. Some people say lynching, right? It was an execution. I mean, just there is more going on under the surface. You know what I'm saying? I know that, but I am really interested in finding out what was the motivating factor beyond. I mean, because I don't know it takes a lot of effort to basically choke a person out. He set his knee down. Now, dude had to be moving, and it ain't easy to hold down the whole man, but then you had two other dudes helping. What in the fuck was going on? But anyway, I digress. For those of us that's been involved in stuff like this, we know that this is what we exist in, and this is why it's important for us to start tribing up. You've seen the tribe attack an individual. That's what happens when a tribe attacks an individual. We had a tribe. The police department considered themselves a tribe. We have to tribe up, and we have to go and establish our territory, and we have to go and monitor and maintain that territory and start making sure that we can get everything we need in our territory. I know that sounds crazy, right? And, you know, in many cases, almost undoable, but I'm telling you, it's doable. And not just because I say so. We done seen it done before. Hell, in Columbus, I was doing it on Mount Vernon. I'm just saying. In Columbus, y'all was doing the damn thing on Mount Vernon. Till the 50s, right? Right? Then brought that expressway through. Kind of isolated us. Destroyed businesses. Took property. Confiscated wealth. We don't have to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. We go to Akron, Ohio. We don't have to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. We go to Cleveland. We don't have to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. We go to Cincinnati. These people have historically had a fetish with shit that we have. Whether it's our lives, whether it's what we wear, whether it's where we go to enjoy ourselves, whether it's our property, whether it's our inventions. One of the bottom line factors that I don't think a lot of us really discuss is that this system, capitalism, needs an underclass. And the goal right now is to hold you as that underclass. Hold you. Why? Why us? Because we're easy to pick out. We stand out. Right? I mean, we darker. It's easier for us to be identified. So this culture needs a scapegoat. And as long as we cooperate with being the scapegoat and keep on following this individualized agenda, we'll always be, as my partner told me last night, soft targets. Always be soft targets. And until we start making people start feeling uncomfortable about fucking with us, because there's consequences for messing with us, they will continue to do such. So, you know, like I said, family, we got work to do. It's not an impossible task, but it definitely can be done. But anyway, we here to lift up these ancestors, toast, get these energies working in this world, right? So I got the tea, still got the tea. I got to go on and do something about that ambrosia because it's been sitting down there for quite a while now. You know, I done extended the process of letting the SCOBY sit in. Then I'm going to go and do the second batch of honey. You know what I'm saying? Because this batch is going to have close to 10 pounds of honey. So those that's getting this one, y'all get, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all gonna be getting the thing. But now, also, family, remember, with us pouring these libations, I want y'all to understand that we are bringing a force, and we are awakening a force in this world that we can use to move us forward as well. All right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, when we get to the point, be like, what do you need in this moment? What do you need? Call it into existence. Call the power. Our ancestors are waiting for us. They're waiting for us. They're waiting for us. The question is, what you going to do with it? What you going to do with this energy that we produce every morning? We come here every morning. We got all this energy flowing around. What are you going to do with it? All right? All right, so before we get into that, tonight, I'm going to try to stay up because it's hot. Oh, my kids is killing me. My kids, why would you do that to the book? All right, so last week, damn, I didn't mark it. Let me mark it so that we know where we are. All right. So last week, did we have a show last week? All right, let's just be safe. So the week before last, all right, cool, the week before last. All right, so, and last week we did Only Consciousness Brings Ascendancy, said the knowledge holders. In nakedness, maybe we didn't do it because, I don't know. Okay, all right, so we're going to, just in case we didn't cover it, I'm going to go and mark this one for this week. This is 5/28. Only consciousness brings ascendancy, and if we covered it, okay, cool. That gives us another opportunity to go a little bit deeper with it, if we can. All right, and I'm gonna need your help. In nakedness is best seeing, feeling, hearing, thinking, smelling, tasting, said the knowledge holders. And every facing is illusion, we did do that one last week. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to make it 721. 521. So we're going to move to the next one. Last time we covered this was on 8/17, probably 2016. All right, let's go back. We're going to be 5/28. 20. Blessed is the person that learns the laws for the sake of the law, say the knowledge holders. Blessed are the persons who are their own discipline, say the knowledge holders. And blessed are those who know that gifts can bring chaos or peace, according to their use. Blessed is the person in whom freedom awakens consciousness, say the knowledge holders. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And the last one for the day. Put wisdom to work and evil will flee you, say the knowledge holders. Respect for the law yields virtue. Disrespect yields limitation, say the knowledge holders. Now, it's kind of funny these is popping up with motherfuckers kneeling on people's necks, right? I'm trying to tell you, everything happens for a reason. But listen, we're going to have an intense discussion about what our ancestors meant about laws. And these laws that these ancestors are talking about. These laws that these prophets are talking about. And I also want to throw this one in too. So I'm going to go and put a line right here. 5/28. Because this is one of my favorites. I don't want to skip it. All the passions, fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger are opposed to consciousness. Where you at, Anime? Get up. Where you at? So we're going to be discussing those tonight on Tribal Quotes. Tonight at Tribal Quotes at 9 p.m. We're going to try to hit all 4 of them because I want to have an in-depth discussion about what our ancestors meant, or what the as he called them, the knowledge holders meant by the laws, right? We need to really have an in-depth discussion about that because, family, everything I'm bringing to you is culturally appropriate. Some of the actions that we doing or some of the shit that we allowing is not culturally appropriate. We have to be very clear on that. All right? So let's go. First off, lifting up our glass, we salute our creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We call that great power into this room, right? Or into your room, wherever you are. We call that great power on us, and we say, I say. From there, family, where we go? I'm going to tell you where we're going. From there, we move to our list of our ancestors. We lift up our glass. We salute our ancestors. Oh, that tea is maturing nice. So I know that stuff is ready down there. So, we call on our ancestors. Let's see how far we could go today. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin Texana, Davis, Hearn Brown, Seen, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Christopher, Fanny Gasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvira Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Falar, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Pet Mount Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamau, the farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Del Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Burt Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachta Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Spells, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., Dana Parham, Dana Jones. Man, we made it. We almost. But we ain't make it as far as I wanted to. Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, Jane Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Andy Investor, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinera, Amatel Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Bay, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brandon Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dinimon Ayes, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. Shouts out to you, Brother Juan. How are you doing today, my man? My cousin, everything going good? William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder Basiji Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Annis Bostic, and the Bostic, Winifred Scanabay, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Pitty Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Archie Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Brennan, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, at Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Joe Dean Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Urchin Houston, Aled Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easy, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jack and the Brothers, Reginald Albert, Mazarine Coper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. All right. We are moving to the Black Book, but while I'm grabbing the Black Book, I want to let people know, family, if you want to put your ancestors on the list, by all means, post them up on the timeline. We will write them down. Like I said, we salute our ancestors here, and we take it very seriously, right? So, family, we do this on a daily basis, and we want to make sure that our ancestors know that we are calling out to them because they're calling out to us. We're throwing energy to them, they throw energy to us. And I want to make this, and we need to have discussions on how to make this very practical. You know what I'm saying? Because our ancestors are whispering to us. Our ancestors are helping us make things happen. How do we get this? How do we get this to become more effective in our lives? You know what I'm saying? How do we use this energy? You know what I'm saying? And it's deeper than just, But anyway, I like saluting my ancestors, and I like saluting yours. I don't know what that means. You say Creola, Vaga, Papa. That's ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, we'll see. But welcome. Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Ringers, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Correa, Nathaniel Hassan Turner. Khaled is in transition. Nigel Turner. We have Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson. We got Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al Alti, Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete, Sonny, Got to keep that separate. And let me go back and say this one again. James Randolph Gyle. Like I said, I look for the S. The S wasn't there. Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Y. Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Karimi Mackey, Victor Bowden, True City Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Jesse Woods, Chilara Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Murrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Murrow, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Sabre Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Levon Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brendan Porter, Craig Lee Jones. I'm looking around, I don't see any other ancestors to add to the list. So we will lift up our glass and toast all of our ancestors. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, move to the present moment. Our ancestors provide us with the time and space so that we will be able to be here to do what we're doing right now, family. So we lift up our glass and we salute this moment. We remember that it is our task in this time continuum. We are in a major point, family. There's only the now. And we only exist in the now for a certain amount of time. And while we're in this now, we got to start making shit happen. We got to start doing the work. Other than that, we're giving or we're allowing people to chip away at our babies' space and time. This is why it's hard for me to watch those videos, because it's people attempting to chip away at my space and my time. And it's deep. It gets deep. That was ritualistic. It was something else going on there. I don't know. It just don't sit right with me. But anyway, it shouldn't sit right with me. But what I'm talking about is the murder, yes. But the fashion in which it was done, the way in which it was done, what else is going on here? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, family, maybe we too human. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's starting to seem like, you know, that the most civilized of us is not running the world. I'm just saying. But anyway, so we're going to get into this moment as I ask you every day, right? Open up your reticular formation. We are celebrating the principle of Ujamaa today. Today is Ujamaa. It's Ujamaa Day. And we want to give all of those born on Ujamaa a round of applause. Ujamaa babies. And if you don't know if you're Ujamaa baby, that means you simply need to go to free GNJecourse.com. Free GNJecourse.com. Get the e-course. Find out what the hell we talking about. Get in tune. Right? Anyway. So we lift up our glass. We want to salute the principle of the day. And for those that don't speak the language, it's cooperative economics. The modic principle of the day is reciprocity. Gratitude is what we teach the young people. Green is the color, as you can see by the shirt. Polarity. Polarity is the hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Yao. And female name is Ya. So we got Yao and we got Ya. All right. So we raise up our glass for this moment. We say Ashe. From there we move to our children, our children's children on to infinity. Shouts out to Elder Margarita. How you doing this morning? We raise our glass for our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Family, we know our children are in the scope. What are we going to do to stop that? As I was talking to my brother last night, and I was talking to y'all yesterday, it is my age group. That includes you, cousin. All of us between the ages of 45. Let's just say that those of us that was born between 1965 and about 1972, this is our time, right? The leadership, the work, we at the prime. I know some of y'all like, I love my prime in the 30s. No, this is our prime because our mind is working and our bodies are working. And we really have to start coming up with strategies and plans and actions in our personal lives and in our group lives that can really reach out and protect our children. Because if we die, and like I said, we just move into old age smoothly and coolly, like some of us want to do, right? We're going to leave our children with an unchained beast, that they are going to be having to deal with the same things that we are dealing with. And family, we should never want our generations, the following generations behind us, we at least want to clean up one or two of the problems. So now we got to start thinking, because we got life experience behind us. Now in our 20s, we was experimenting. In our 30s, we kind of had a little bit figured out. In our 40s, we could. But when we start approaching 45 in our 50s, family, we, we need to be making some goddamn changes. This means from us training young people, from us running for office, from us getting young people up under our belt and training them and telling them where they're going to go and what they're going to do, and being very strategic about our moves. Because we have to be clear, man. The shit that's happening now was planned 50 years ago. I'm not just necessarily talking about what happened to the dude in the car, but that could have happened too. They could have planned. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, where we are right now, as far as history, as far as politics, as far as economics, has been a plan, a strategic plan that somebody has put forth. And I'm saying, family, we got to stop letting people out-strategize us. So we want to protect the future of our children. We got to start becoming critical thinkers. We got to start becoming strategic thinkers. We got to stand and doers. If you can't do nothing but get a circle of young people around you to start passing on information, because they out there and they hungry. Some of them want information. Some of y'all got some vital skills that our young people need to know. Some of y'all got some vital information that our young people need to know. But we just holding it back. We're not doing the work. We're complaining about how shit isn't the way it was when we was young, rather than looking at where we are and dealing with where we are. So I want to raise this glass up for our children, because family, this is why we do this shit. Whether we got biological children or not, this is our survival. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We raise our glass and we say, I say, from there, family, we move on. What we moving to? Move to all of our relations. We raise our glass, right? And we say our shay. From there, family, we move to the selfish toast. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards the greater you? What is it that you need? Because we don't call for the creator, we call for the ancestor. Every time we do this ceremony, our ancestors, our creators, always around us, but we become conscious of it. And that's conscious energy that you could guide into your life, into the crevices of your life, to start getting shit, start helping shit happen, right? Raise a glass. We say Ashe. Last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most uplifting, the most outstanding, the most stupendous, the most incredible. I don't know if that was proper use of it. Inspiring, bravest, and the wisest individual in the room. I raise my glass up to you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years. Let's get to this news because I got to get to my adventure this morning. Woo! Yeah, let me go down there and put some. It done ate up all the honey. Oh, my God. Oh. Yeah, doggy. All right. Let's go and get to this news. News screen. Family, I want to remind you, on June 20th, we had the DigiFest popping off. We got the DigiFest popping off, family. We're gonna be joined by Greg Carr. We're gonna have Brother Philip Shock Matthews. We're gonna have Brother Shaka coming on and doing a set. We're gonna have another band, possibly. Well, we're gonna have another band. I just don't want to say who it is yet, but we got somebody else coming. We're gonna be bringing you music, and it's all gonna be streamed so that we, you know what I'm saying, for those of us that still may be practicing this social distancing until we get a clue on what the hell is floating out here. I'm loving this corona moment because it is exposing so much bullshit. Now let's get to these goddamn Democrats. Shall we? Can we get? I'm so pissed off. Well, hold on. Let's go. Let's see what pops up first. The word of the day. Do-over. Let's see if Brother Hatim's saying it right.
Doover.
Doover. The word is doover. For those on Instagram that can't see my screen, doover. The term is doover. Doover. I thought it said do-over. It looked like do-over, don't it? D-O-O-V-E-R, but it's doover. All right, what is a doover? A doohickey or something? See definition and examples. A doover. Word of the day. I want to do the word of the day more, but you know, I be forgetting. I get excited. You know, it's a thingamabob or a thingamajig. Some bullshit. That's what it is. That's doover. Use that in your vocabulary today. When somebody come at you, that doover. That's doover. That's some bullshit. Maybe I might use that, you know, because my kids starting to pick up on my language a little bit more. All right, so let's see. All right, more black men are in prison today than were enslaved in 1850. I didn't post that one. Is anyone shocked? Right? I mean, and what's so crazy is that the brainwashing, the trauma that we have went through as a people and have not really dealt with as a people or as a country has got us to the point where we believe that that's the way it's supposed to be. We believe that we actually have a more criminal nature than any other people on the planet. And for some reason, we can't fix it in our mind to understand that as far as criminality on this planet, we fall short. Actually, we're not even in the thug department when it comes to that shit. If you look at history, you really get a clear view of criminality. Just really breaking and entering, going into somebody else's space, taking other people's shit, taking people's lives, raping, sodomy. That shit is not in your history. I'm just saying. You don't believe me? Look it up. And we need to let our people know this. This is not your fault. It's a systematic process that has put in place to put you in situations where most of the crimes we do are crimes of survival. Most of us that are in jail for crimes of survival. Crimes of yelling out, "I want to live my life." And I know a lot of y'all ain't going to agree with that. You know, because everybody like, well, yeah, you're right. Some people do deserve. But as many of us as it is, you can't, as somebody in my age grade, you do not have the intelligence to be able to look at some shit and say, wait. These numbers don't fit. So more black men, let's go and look at that real quick. This is LAProgressive.com. More black men in prison or jail on probation or parole than were enslaved in 1850. I don't know if I want that newsletter. Let's go and see first. Before the Civil War began, Michelle Alexander told a standing room only house at the Pasadena Main Library the first of many jarring points she made in a riveting presentation. This is on our timeline. This is from, LA Progressive. It don't have the author on here yet. Alexander, currently a law professor at Ohio State University. I wonder if we could get her to come on the show. Could somebody help me with that? With 6 degrees of separation. Let's reach out to Professor Alexander. How old is this? Is she still at Ohio State? You don't even have a date when this shit came out. Alexander, currently a law professor at Ohio State, have been brought to discuss her bestseller, The New Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration and Age of Color Blindness. Now, I want those of you that haven't read this, this is old. Those of you that haven't read this, right? Y'all need to check this shit out. See, there's information out here that a lot of us are missing. And a lot of us are coming to wrong conclusions because we don't have all of the information. And many of us have come to the wrong conclusion because we did not have the proper information. The proper information is available for us. Well, let's put it this way. More information, more data is available for us so that now we can make a truly intelligent decision for 2020 rather than using 2000 or 2000 and 1998 views of the world. Interest ran so high beforehand that the organizer had to move the event to a location. So this is older, but you can read it. Let's see if there's any other. Growing crime rates over the past 30 years don't explain the skyrocketing number of blacks and increasing brown men caught in America's prison system, according to Alexander, who clerked for Supreme Court Justice Harry Blackmun. After attending Stafford Law, in fact, crime rates have fluctuated over years and are now at historic lows. And this has been for a while. Did y'all know that? Crime rate is at historic lows. Most of that increase is due to the war on drugs. A war waged almost exclusively in poor communities of color, where none of those motherfuckers is shipping that shit in. But y'all done had these discussions, right? I'm preaching to the choir. So I'm going to stop. We're going to move on from this one, but this is here. And yeah, let's try to get Michelle Alexander on the show. I need some help with that. All right. So let's go. Yeah, I'm running behind. I'm getting text messages. All right, shouts out to whoever watching us right now. We got the Daily Toast Ujamaa right here. You know, boom, why is dying? Numbers all right. But now this is the one that pissed me off, and I'm going after this. House of Representatives conduct first proxy vote in its 231-year history. All right. Let's go find out what that is, and I'll come and I'll make my comments. House of Representatives is reported by Fox News. Marissa Schultz. House of Representatives conduct first proxy vote in its 231-year history. What is this proxy vote thing? Let's see. I'm just interested. The House of Representatives made history Wednesday. That's yesterday. They made history by conducting its first proxy vote since Congress first met in 1789. As Republicans raised alarms over the temporary voting system implemented because of coronavirus. It came as the House voted Wednesday afternoon 413-1 on imposing sanctions against Chinese officials for the treatment of Uyghur Muslims in China. Family, this happened on Wednesday. Democrats. It's Because this Democrats, this got to be the House of Representatives. It's not the Senate. That's Democrats. Right? That sounds noble and shit, right? But it don't rub nobody else the wrong way. Right? So they do something they ain't doing in the whole history. While these motherfuckers was burning down black towns, while these motherfuckers was taking over black neighborhoods, while we got motherfuckers kneeling on black men's neck, these motherfuckers is protesting another country for how they treat a group of their population. What is this shit? Where is the first proxy vote for us? You know what I'm saying? Where's the historic moves by the Democratic House of Representatives? Because Democrats run that shit. For us. Has anybody, and maybe we'll find in the news today, has anybody heard anything from this party that needs our vote, that wants our vote, about what the fuck just happened with this brother? Anything. All right, let's go on. Let's read a little bit more. I'm getting more than 70 House Democrats, about a third of the Democratic caucus, alerted the House clerks they would be absent from Washington for a roll call vote, but designated another member to vote on their behalf. No Republicans voted by proxy. The unprecedented vote occurred in the midst of coronavirus pandemic after House Democrat passed May 15th a temporary resolution that allowed absent members to still cast votes in an effort to stop the spread of the virus and protect public health. New for the proxy vote arrangement was a steady stream of lawmakers standing up on the House floor and verbally announcing the names of their colleagues they are voting proxy for, and how each person votes on the legislation. For example, Representative David Cecilline, Democratic, Rhode Island, was the designated proxy for Representative Karen Bass, Democratic, California. I informed the House that Ms. Bass vote yay, Cicely announced. So, I mean, they doing some historic shit for others. We're the historic shit for us. Right? You know, they need you to vote. They want you to vote. That's what they say. Right? I'm gonna leave that out there for y'all. Y'all gonna think about that shit. You know, look at Nancy Pelosi right there in her nice little yellow dress here. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like, fuck y'all. All right, the Lady Warriors, learn the way of values. They got what they call a pocket edition. Issue is a hard copy. You can get it. You can inbox us, and we will make sure that we let you know the price and let you know that you could get it when they are becoming available. They ain't totally available because they had a box yesterday and they sold out. So, wow. The flyer for DigiFest is out. You got Greg Carr. You're going to be joining us at the DigiFest 2020. It's an online event. 53 people reached, 11 engagements, 1 comment. So we're gonna boost that so that it get out. And let's go down a few more. Yeah, I posted that, you know. Got the event. I got to go back to my event page and see if anybody, because family, it is online, and I may have to limit. So, you know, y'all need to go on and get up on that. All right, shoot. Thank you for all the views from yesterday with the DigiTV. I hope y'all enjoyed that. That's old school podcast. I mean, like I said, dog, I got months worth of shit. All right, let's keep it moving. Where we at? Yesterday's show, we had 33 views. Okay. Wow. Thank you, family. Here we go. 4 Minneapolis officers fired after the death of a black man. Now, I'm going here mainly because I want, can everybody that knows post this man's name up? Can anybody post the man's name up? What was his name? I'm looking on my timeline. Does anybody know this man's name? Let's go to So let's go. His last name was Frey. No, that's the mayor. Being black in America should not be a death sentence. So he's admitting that being black in America is a death sentence. What is this brother's name? We all watched the horrific death of George Floyd. Let me go on and highlight that. George Floyd. George Floyd. All right? Family, this is gonna be it. It's some shit. Major changes are going to have to be made. And we know this. We knew this. But sometimes it just takes certain shit to kind of push others over the edge. What are our representatives saying about this? What is the word from the Democratic Party? What is the word from the Republican Party? What is the word of all those that support or say they support the black community? You know what I'm saying? What is the word of some of these businesses that make money from black community? From the black community. We really need to start listening. We really need to start, because we need to know who is going to receive this goddamn backlash. Because it needs to go deeper than just what's going on in, is it Minnesota? No, it's in Minneapolis. I think it's Minneapolis. Yep, in Minneapolis. It needs to go much deeper than that. And it needs to be longer than just a day. Family, as a group, we need to get together in our groups, and we need to start finding ways, because we have to adjust certain behaviors. And I ain't talking about when it comes to cops. I'm talking about certain behaviors as far as when it comes to how we direct our political crowd, our economic. We have to do something consistent that the world will feel. I don't know exactly what that is, but my mind, like I just got done talking about people in my age grade, my mind is clicking. My mind is clicking. And I'm like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? What permanent blow can we give to these motherfuckers? Because these motherfuckers is throwing body blows, and many of us is getting weary out here, right? They throwing body blows. Take this one, pow. Take this one, pow. And many of us is just like, we is able to eat them for a long time, but it's getting to a point where we can no longer eat this shit, right? We can no longer, But anyway, family, I'm about to get up and get out of here. Got to get to my adventure. This is Brother Hatim. First off, I want to let you know you are standing in, hold on, where we at? You are standing in the congregation of the mighty. The congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, this is a Heart of a Simple production, and this has been the Daily Toast. Ujamaa edition. But we strive to blow up your old paradise. Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us, right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame Journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL
pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, and let's build together.